Hey folks, Dr. Brenda, money coach and founder of the Gutsy Women Club. So let me tell you about what happened last night. I had my big Gutsy Women Club launch party. This was a Facebook Live event, and I had promoted it for 2 weeks straight. And 7 o'clock comes, so I'm going to mention also yesterday was a travel day. Travel days are kind of rough. I've got a 32-foot rig and I'm towing a Jeep behind it. So it's a tough drive, and so I'm always a little bit tired. So I'll blame this on technology and tiredness. Not a good combination. So anyway, 7 o'clock comes. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm ready to roll. And so I start my spiel, and it's going pretty well. I cut to my screen, and everything's good. It doesn't seem like anybody's on, but, it's okay. Finish it, and it's like, wait a minute. I wasn't live. So I did the whole spiel, and wasn't live. So it's now 7:30. I'm like, okay, I'll just get on, do it again. So I got on, started my thing, tried to flip to the screen to show my slides, to show my screenshots. Nope, can't. Everything's grayed out. Can't do it. So I continued it, but it wasn't very good. I'm not happy at all. So it was not a good night for technology, and I thought, all right, I am going to show you, this is my life now. This is Monday morning at the office, okay? So I'm at the beach, taking a little stroll before I get to work. And this is what it's about. It's not about being in that RV all the time anyway. So I'm like, okay, you get the intro live here at the beach, and then I'll cut to the RV and I'll do the screen show. Problem solved. So I want to talk about why I created the Gutsy Women Club. And for me, it all starts about almost 2.5 years ago now. I'd had a career, built up a very solid reputation, excellent career over 20 years time, and I lost my job. My job disappeared. That's a whole nother story, but it ended. And at that point, I had to decide, did I want to continue being the expert in this area and working on justice system reform? It was a lot of stress, a lot of work. I didn't get the support I needed. And ultimately, I don't want to report to a boss again. I don't want to feel like I get caught in a toxic work environment and I'm trapped, or that I have to respond to irrational requests, and it's just not for me. So, okay, having decided that, I'm going to become an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur in what? So for me, I'm going to back up a bit and tell you I lived in poverty in my early 30s. It was not a fun time. Everything I owned fit into a little Honda hatchback, and it took a long time to get back on my feet. And here we are 20 years later, and I've saved a lot of money. I've built a sizable net worth, and I paid off the house. To me, that bought me some freedom. I didn't have to go find another job right away. I could entertain these ideas of being an entrepreneur. And I love to take complicated topics and turn them into sort of step-by-step actions. I wanted to do that with the concept of financial freedom, financial independence. So other people who have just lost their jobs are not freaking out, that they will have opportunities because they have followed the plan. They have those funds available. And so I built the Early Exit Academy, which then I rebranded into the Dream Big Money Academy, because, it's more about the dreams than the money. It's about this. It's about this. And I also took courses and graduated and became a financial coach. But I did all this from my dining room table. I sat at that dining room table day after day, all alone in the house. Well, me and the 3 cats. Staring out at that same street, same suburban street, day after day, week after week, month after month. And I really came to, my breaks were to the deli and to the corner mart, so my weight piled on. I was miserable. I really was. Here I was creating all this stuff on helping people reach financial freedom, And I had reached a certain amount of certainly financial security. And if I wasn't willing to take a risk and go after my dream life, maybe I shouldn't be coaching or teaching other people to do the same thing. And so I'm like, I've got to step out there. I've thought about the two things that I really missed the most from my previous job. The first was travel. Sometimes it was too much travel, but I really did enjoy the travel. The second, people. I got to interview and meet so many terrific people from all walks of life. I really enjoyed that piece. So I began a pursuit to figure out how I could combine travel with meeting people. And last October, I was visited my family in Wisconsin, my sister Sharon, and I went to a Packer game, and on the way I said, hey, do you mind if we stop at some RV dealerships? I'd never really been in an RV before. I've certainly never driven one, but I thought, maybe that could be the ticket. I walked into a couple of them and I'm like, oh yeah, I could live this. I could do this. I could so do this. I'm walking under a bridge now, so, well, not a bridge, a pier. I'm walking under a pier. And, I've always kind of loved the tiny house movement. And that's really what this is. It's just a tiny house. It's one that I can work in and live in, but it has wheels. I can travel. So the idea was sprung there. And I just, came to that point where I realized that I am in charge of my own destiny, and I've got to do something. I've got to get myself into a different life, a different lifestyle, a different world. And so December, my dream RV became available and I bought it. Nice used 2012 Winnebago, Class C, if that means anything to you guys. Put my house on the market in January because it needed a lot of work. It needed AC, windows, and roof, the big three. And I just didn't want to invest in it anymore. And certainly I could free up that amount of cash and live the RV lifestyle for years to come off of the proceeds. So put the house on the market. And then what happened in the spring, coronavirus. And so, the housing market just stalled. It did give me time. I mean, the campgrounds closed in a way. It was very fortunate I hadn't stuck to my schedule because a lot of the state parks where I had reservations would end up closing. So it gave me time to really clean out the house and get rid of everything, get the RV remodeled and make it the way I want it to. And so it's been a little over 3 months now that I've been on the road. It has been amazing, from Virginia to Tennessee to Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Vermont. Vermont was fascinating, back to Virginia, down to South Carolina. It's been crazy, but this is my life now. This is my life. I can't believe it. So when people find out that what I'm doing, their automatic response is, wow, that's really brave. That's really gutsy. And yeah, it is, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I'm not here to live in an RV. The RV is just a tool to get me from one place to another. And this is the dream. So I began to think about all the other women out there who have so many different dreams. And it's like, we need our own club, girls. We need a club. We need the Gutsy Women Club, because we need to support each other in these dreams. But I also know that it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage to get out there on your own. I go through this sort of roadmap. It's dream, plan, save, and do. And first you're working on that dream, working on the plan, saving up the money, and it's the do part. It's like, okay, I'm all set, but how do how do I actually get to the do part? How do I have the courage to do this? So anyway, the Gutsy Women Club is about providing the tools, the resources, the mentors, and the friends. And so we're brand new. I hope you can join us. So that's sort of the reasons why I created the Gutsy Women Club. And I'll cut out this part of the part of my video now. And when I'm back at the RV, I'll give you the screen show, and let's hope technology is on my side. So welcome to the Gutsy Women Club. So I have returned. I have my screen up and I'm recording my screen. Oh, this is going to be so great. And Dolly's sleeping next to me, and the other two are gradually waking up. So I wanted to show you a couple of things. Here's my Be Gutsy rock. So I've started to leave rocks in various places. It's Gutsy Women Rocks. I think this one's going to stay in Myrtle Beach. And then I have another one that I painted. Take a chance. Take a chance. Just go ahead, take a chance. So those are my Gutsy Women Rocks. It's a good rainy day or an evening where I'm have some time on my hands. I'll do that. So gutsywomen.club. So this morning I told you about why I created it, and so now let's go into more of the details of what the club is. So here's my motto. It's where women dare to dream and take bold actions to follow their heart's journey. That's really what it's about. It's a club. And I had a difficult time trying to find the right platform to give us that whole club feel, one of support, resources, and tools. I'm using something called Mighty Networks, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the chief instigators behind Mighty Networks was a lead in creating Facebook. But it's much more robust so that we can connect with each other on a more personal basis. So I'm very hopeful that this is going to work out the way I hoped. But yeah, it's this is the motto of the club. And what we're talking about is a transformation, okay? And so if you're ready to transform your life, let's talk about that. So we begin with sort of the ordinary life. And, there might be a lot of great things going on with your life. Maybe you've got a job and a family and everything is good. But for a lot of women, there's just this feeling of discontent. There's a sense of, I've been placing everybody's priorities above my own. Who am I? What do I need? What is going to bring me joy? And so, it's like there's a search for something else. There's more out there. Maybe you don't know what it is, but there's got to be more out there. So that's our beginning point. That's the foundation. And with the club, the idea is that we're creating a social community. You're bonding, we have friends, you've got mentors, but it's also about the resources and the tools that we're going to give you, that we're just going to gradually over time transform you. So I want you to feel like part of this club and be proud to be in there and be supportive of all the terrific women that are in the Gutsy Women Club. And at the end of it, it's your dream life. Now, we all have different dreams. I mean, some of us are very extreme. Some of us, it's like, I'm happy with a safe place to live. That's a dream. All dreams are legitimate, okay? It's not going to be a perfect, I wake up and I don't have to do the laundry anymore type of dream, but this is what I want you to feel like at the end of the Gutsy Women Club. You've got this transformation. You are so proud of yourself. You're looking into the sun and you see that bright future. That's the transformation we're looking for out of the Gutsy Women Club. So, I love to take really complicated materials and simplify them just down to the total basics. Here's the basics. Dream, plan, save, and do. Now, when we're younger, a lot of times we go from dream to do. We just, I've done that myself. I've fled New York for Berkeley, California. No job, no place to live. Eventually it worked out, but yeah, I paid some consequences. Now, as I get older, I'm into the dreaming, planning, because I know that a lot of times the first plan doesn't work out, or maybe I don't even have a plan. Save because, yeah, let's face it, a lot of my dreams cost money. And then do. And the do part is actually the most challenging part of all of this. So you can go through all of the steps, and then you just got to have courage. You got to be bold. You got to be fearless in some ways, or at least be able to overcome that fear to take action. So that's the formula. That's the roadmap. It's that basic. So I set up monthly themes. I'm going to lay out what we're going to deal with, what we're going to do in the 4 months remaining of 2020. You ready? Okay. So in September, we're going to focus on your dream life. We want to make this more concise. What are your dreams? And spell them out, write them out, think them out, talk about them. That's in September. October, you think about making a plan. It's like, oh, do I really have to? Yeah, but this is not a tedious thing. This is about getting you from here to there. And we're going to come up with several different iterations of the plan because, very often, again, we might have an ideal plan and society, the economy, our family, whatever doesn't always, go along with that plan. So October is a planning month. Oops, I've done it again. I'm so sorry. Let's go back. Here we go. November. Okay, November is the month of Thanksgiving, and that is a perfect month to create a powerful mindset. So we're going to distinguish between the abundance and the scarcity mindset. The abundance mindset is like, you know what? I'm in pretty good shape. I'm thankful for what I have. I compare myself to those who are less fortunate. Scarcity mindset is the mindset where you never have enough. No matter what you do, you never have enough because you're comparing yourself to, the gazillionaires out there who have, 29 mansions throughout the world. Okay, don't do that. So we're going to focus on building a powerful abundance mindset and get you grooving. So, December. I don't know about you, but December is a high stress month. We've got the holidays. Along with the holidays come all these obligations of gift giving, spending time with family and friends, and everybody's supposed to be happy, but in fact it's one of the most stressful times of the year. So we're going to think about, finding joy and de-stressing. What do you really love to do? Trying to prioritize yourself rather than give. So that is the agenda for the next 4 months in terms of those monthly themes. How do I deliver that? I deliver it very calculated. I'm doing this very calculated. Okay, so we've got sort of a rhythm that we're developing over the week, and let me show you. So on Sunday, I'm going to give you these short stories. I call them Sunday Gems, and they're highly personal. I've even done some of the sketching for it, and so you're going to get a little bit of basic artwork with it. But these are sort of feel-good stories. They're taken from my personal life, and I hope that you can resonate with them just to get you off on a good week. And each of these stories corresponds to the month, the theme that we're working on. On Monday, it's time to do a challenge, okay? So I've already put out my first challenge, and we are in September. We're talking about dreams, and your mission is to talk about your dreams with a good friend. Get some feedback on that, okay? So every week is a new weekly challenge. And, especially now these days, we go through the same routine. We're getting a little bit bored. We can't travel. We've got all of these things going on. I want you to pause for a minute on Mondays. And I want you to read the challenge. And I want you to do the challenge. It's just, let's just move forward with this. On Tuesdays, I'm going to give you a question or a poll. Wednesdays, Gutsy Women. Okay, so I'm interviewing all of these Gutsy women, and they range from, okay, gutsy is this to gutsy is that. And I realize that we're all on a different level of what it means to be gutsy. So you're going to get a wide range of perspectives from different women who, people have called them gutsy for whatever reason, okay? So I want Wednesdays going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to give you sort of a sneak peek inside their lives. So you're going to hear from gutsy women every Wednesday. Cool, huh? Okay, so Thursday we're back to a question or a poll. Friday, you've got to check in. How did you do on that challenge that I assigned you on Monday? Tell us how you did. So this has become, I want you to be part of this community. Share with us what your challenges are. Share with us your wins. Share with us whatever is going on in that week. So on Saturday, we're going to do a question or poll. Okay, so you got that? I'm not going to quiz you. Sunday, we're going to start with a Sunday gem, a feel-good story. Monday, you got a weekly challenge. Tuesday, question or poll. Wednesday, you get a gutsy woman profile. Thursday, question or poll. Friday, check in. How'd you do on your challenge? And then Saturday, question or poll. So that's the way we're going to rock it, okay? That's the Gutsy Women Club. So everything has been free up to this point. In fact, I've got 2 dream teams that are free, the RV Superwomen and the Money Champs. I live and work in my RV full time, and I know that there are more and more women who are interested in RVing, and some of you are already out there doing it much longer than I have. And so I wanted to create a dream team for RV Superwomen. That's in development. And then the Money Champs. So those of you who know my background know that I'm a financial coach. I am so big into the whole concept of financial independence or financial freedom. Building up enough money so that if something happens to your job or you're just like, I'm done with it, you're going to be okay. You can follow your dreams. You can follow a different route. You're not tied to an employer. So the Money Champs, that's really for those of you who are really big into the financial freedom and you're ready to take those steps. I have a premium dream team, Trailblazers. And as part of the Trailblazers package, you get access to all kinds of different things like workshops, 30-day challenges, special events, guest presenters, and even promotions and freebies. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what's in store for the Trailblazers. So remember, I'd given you the themes for September, October, November, December. That's for everybody. But there are additional monthly activities for the Trailblazers. So beginning with September, we're going to do a vision quest. And what this means is we're going to do a vision quest workshop. You're going to really think about those dreams, but you're also going to create a vision board. I want you to see what that dream looks like. And the difference between the regular Gutsy Club, the Gutsy Women Club, and this premium level is I want you to do it. You're not just going to listen to me. We're going to be there doing it. And then later in the month, you're going to report back. You're going to talk about, what's working, what's not, and then we're going to sort of have a show and tell at the end of the month. And that's a theme that's going to be carried throughout this. So we're going to have a separate Zoom workshop, and we're going to really work on this. We're going to do it. I want you to really envision your dreams. And then we're going to go into October. Remember, October's about planning. So I'm taking the concept of Odyssey Planning. That comes from a book and actually from a course from Stanford University called Designing Your Life. And there's a whole process to this. It's about creating different scenarios and actually sketching it out. What needs to happen to get you from here to there. And again, this is all about doing. So we're going to have a workshop, but while we have this, you're going to be sketching, you're going to be thinking about this. We're going to go back and forth. It's going to be very interactive. And so that is in store for October. November, do you know about Miracle Mornings? Well, Miracle Mornings are a concept from Hal Elrod, and it uses the acronym SAVERS. S is silence or meditation, affirmation, visualizations, exercise, reading, and then the last one is script or writing. And so you design this the way you need to. You don't have to have all of those elements, and you can spend more time or less time on it. But the whole idea of this is it gets you launched to an incredibly productive, powerful, fulfilling day. And it's about building really positive habits, but it also goes into our theme of the month, which is building that powerful mindset. So that's what the Trailblazers are going to be up to in November. And in December, I'm going to bring back my meditation challenge. Now, I don't lead you on a meditation. I give you some resources and ask you to follow, to do your meditation. This is a companion piece. It's a companion piece that you've probably never seen anything like it before, but it's going to work you through mindfulness. You're going to begin to appreciate everything that you have. Loving kindness. It is a perfect challenge to do in December to sort of de-stress and get yourself focused. I wanted to do one more thing for the Trailblazers. So I'm filming this from my RV, and I've been doing a lot of traveling, but one of the things I've really started to appreciate are campfires. And I love the idea of a group of women sitting around a campfire, just talking, just chatting, just talking about how the week went, what's on our mind, what are our dreams, what's going on, what's working, what's not working. And so on Fridays, I'm hosting Campfire Chats. Everything is visual, everything is virtual, okay? So one day, I would love to be able to host real live campfire chats where you can come into the campground and join me. But until then, we are going to be doing visual campfire chats. What we talk about in the campfire, what happens at the campfire, stays at the campfire. These are never recorded. It's just totally, let's connect, let's become part of the club, let's be friends, and let's just chat. So those are that's part of it. There is a cost to being a Trailblazer, and the cost is $40 a month. You can save, you get 2 months free if you sign up for a whole year, $400 a year. I'm also setting it up so that you can do a 2-week free trial, so you can join us for one of the sessions. Maybe you want to do the vision board. Maybe you want to take part in part of the meditation challenge. Whatever it is that you want to try. So you get a 2-week free trial. Also, this gives you the opportunity to sort of pop in and out. So if there's a particular month that you really are interested in doing those pieces of the Trailblazer program, join for that month, unsubscribe. And so, but I do want to emphasize that everything we do is a build-up. Everything we do is to get you into a place where you feel you have the support and you have the confidence to move forward. So that's what the Trailblazer program is about. If you have any questions in particular about that, absolutely, you can message me, but this is also a really good email address to reach me at Brenda@drbrendamoneycoach.com. So that's sort of the whole idea of this. It's not an overnight transformation. It's very gradual. But I want to leave you with this quote. It's become my favorite. It's from Mary Oliver. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? And I want you to think about your life as your one wild and precious life. And then think about, what do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with it? What are your dreams? And let's make that happen. So that, my friends, is the Gutsy Women Club. And I hope that you can join us, gutsywomen.club. And that's it from, I guess I'm at the beach today. So over and out. I hope you have a very splendid night. Bye-bye. Take care.